Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View in association with Petzl. Some more severe weather conditions on the way, I'm afraid, across the mountains in the next few days. For Wednesday, we have another active cold front sinking gradually southeastwards across the country. Now, some increasingly very cold air is moving in across the highlands behind this front, so snow will fall to the lowest slopes as the day is going on, and some hail coming in as well. Risk of a rumble of thunder close to the west coast. Whiteout conditions, blizzard conditions across the mountains then for a good part of the day. That front sinks southwards, some heavy rain for the southern uplands. That will finish as some snow, and that rain will also advance to the lakes, the Pennines, and later in the day reaching Wales. But here, mostly just patchy rain for a good part of the daylight, but it will be a very windy picture with severe gales, very gusty conditions to some lower slopes across the mountains, likewise gales or severe gales across the Scottish mountains. There's that front then, later in the day, moving south across England and Wales. That will turn to snow as well on its back edge on the tops as it begins to clear, as the colder air advances in, and further snow and hail will come in frequently through the night across the highlands into western regions, and showers spilling eastwards as well. And that will really be the order of the day into Thursday for most of our mountain regions. A classic cold westerly day on Thursday then, the air having its origins from Greenland, so widely sub-zero from lower levels upwards. Terrain is extensively frozen and frequent snow and hail. At times for England and Wales this may be a little bit more brief and the showers somewhat more scattered, but could also cluster together. At times for western Scotland, snow and hail almost constant and still frequent in showers, passing eastwards into the Cairngorms. Again a very windy day, gales or severe gales across the mountains, severe wind chill then from low elevations upwards. We're looking at Friday for a gap in the weather as a ridge of high pressure builds in. Still very cold air that's in place, terrain widely frozen, temperatures just coming up a little bit through the daytime. One or two early snow showers or flurries around in places on a strong northwesterly wind. That will ease down for quite a lull for a time, but just watch for a southwesterly that begins to strengthen as we go through the afternoon. Soonest in western Scotland, and that heralding the arrival of the next frontal system, which may well later in the day start to introduce some snow turning to rain across the mountains. Now, most of that weather system looks as though it skirts toward the north of us, but it leaves Saturday as a generally windy day, the wind from the south and gales, maybe even severe gales, increasingly across some western coastal mountains, so a fairly dry picture, but could still be a wild one across the tops, one or two spits and spots of rain and some low cloud on hills facing to the south and west. Then the low that's west of Ireland is expected to sweep through quite quickly late in the day and overnight, with some rain and hill snow for a while, and it'll stay windy, I suspect, into Sunday. A degree of uncertainty then just exactly where the fronts have got to. The idea of some patchy rain and hill snow that could well be around, maybe mostly western Scotland. Freezing level around 600 to 800 metres, I suspect, for the Highlands, a bit higher for England and Wales. And we're watching just how soon the next area of low pressure tries to threaten from the west. Things to keep an eye on then, heading towards the weekend. All your local forecasts every day on our website. That's your Fleeting View in association with Petzl.